Hello. Welcome again to another video. Thanks for joining me and listening to my videos. Thanks for your likes, shares, and subscribes. And please like the video so that we can get these messages out. Today, I wanted to bring this message to you guys. I want to talk about, thank God, boo, the narcissist discarded you. So I am coming with these topics because I have experienced narcissistic abuse for years with different family members, lovers, bosses, things of that nature. And so I'm well experienced. I also recognize that there were some narcissistic traits within myself that I had to heal, where I was hurting myself as well as others unintentionally, but nevertheless I was doing it. The difference between someone with narcissistic tendencies and an actual narcissist is that we recognize that there's things in us that need to be healed and fixed. We work on fixing those things, and the narcissist never admits to their faults. They never try to change. So that is the difference, as well as unintentional and intentional hurting of other people. I wanted to bring these messages to you guys so that I could help get someone to heal. During this process, it can be very painful. The discarding process can be very shocking, painful, and you might not know where to go after you have been discarded. So this is about healing yourself, bringing self-love and self-awareness to the situation, and for you to move forward and rebuild yourself after going through such a traumatic experience. So some things that I want to talk to you about is when you're being discarded during these processes, you might feel like you're a used up cigarette. They used you all the way to the end till they got down to your butt and they threw you away, just like a cigarette butt. They got everything they could. They gaslit you. They lit you up. They smoked you, and then they threw you away just like you was trash. Narcissists, they project negativities and their insecurities onto you. So they've discarded you. Now you don't have to deal with someone projecting how they feel about themselves onto you. Now you don't have to deal with feeling like you're not enough or feeling like something's wrong with you, because you're dealing with people that's going to always try to make you feel like something's wrong with you, like you're not good enough, like you got to compete for their attention, love, and affection. Now you can focus on putting that attention towards yourself. So that is a very good thing. After being discarded, you go from self-sabotage to self-respect. So you're no longer, fighting with yourself, making excuses for them treating you bad, make excuses for, allowing it. Oh, I deserve it, or I did something years ago, and so, I deserve. No. Go from, them trying to basically have you making all these excuses, have you in your head thinking that you're not seeing and hearing what you see and hear, to actually respecting yourself, putting up your boundaries and saying, no, I don't care what's actually going on with this person. I want to focus on my self-respect, my self-dignity. I don't want to be treated like this, and I'm not going to be. So it allows you to basically get the strength to stand up for yourself and move forward. And a lot of the times, since they discarded you, you don't even have to walk away from these people. A lot of times they leave you. They feel like you ain't good enough. You're used up now, so they can go find another victim. So let them go find another victim, and then you can focus on yourself. It teaches you that those people have the matter over mind philosophy, the ways of thinking that they have. And it's where they're materialistic, where they're going after the people with the biggest house, the most money. They pretend and put on this persona like they got so much money, they got, you know, the best of everything like that. And you can go into a mind over matter situation where being smart, you know, healing yourself so that you can, you know, educate yourself and grow. It teaches you to, you know, use logical thought processes when dealing with people that are trying to take you on a whirlwind, that's trying to spin you, you know, that is here to just use you. You know, it teaches you how to be up on top of your game as far as your intuitive abilities with, are these people here just for a good time or for a long time? So it puts you up on game on how people actually operate in this matrix. You go from trash to treasure. So they trashed you. You know, they said you weren't good enough. You know, you wasn't what they were looking for. That's cool. And so now you can find the treasure within yourself. You're not looking for other people to find the value in yourself. You have to dig yourself out of a trashy situation, trashly relationships. And you can turn what somebody else said was trash into treasure. You go from invaluable to valuable. So the narcissist, you know, they found things about you that was valuable that they could use for themselves. Take it, pretend to be you, use your energy, and then they say that you're no longer valuable. They feel like they took up all your good. They used up all your years of when you were the best and when you were at your highest peak. By giving up on yourself, you're basically admitting or basically agreeing with the narcissist. Now is your opportunity to prove to yourself, not no one else, prove to yourself that you have lots of value, that it's not too late for you to be the best version of yourself, that you still have wonderful life to live. Your best years is still yet to come. So don't let somebody basically tell you, well, you know, you're no longer good anymore. I can't take advantage of you. I can't manipulate your mind anymore. I can't gaslight you anymore. So I don't want to deal with you. Find the value in yourself and stop trying to find it, you know, messing with these other people. You go from being called stupid, unintelligent to a clear mind. Now you can see that that's their thoughts, you know, those are their projections. That's how they feel. And you can have a clear mind. Well, how do you feel? What do you value about yourself? What do you actually think about yourself? Because for the longest times, the narcissist thoughts were beginning to be your own. And so now you can actually take time, break down what happened to you, and figure out what would you like, moving forward from yourself. You can go from wearing these unemotional masks. So dealing with the narcissist, to protect yourself, more than likely you was wearing a mask where they were saying things to you, they was doing stuff to you, they was beating your ass, they was doing all kind of stuff. And you had to wear a mask like it didn't hurt you, or it hurt but not that much. Now you can actually be your authentic self. Take off the mask and be authentic to yourself. If nobody else, to yourself. You have to start with yourself first and be real with yourself. What do you not like? What do you like? What are you willing to put up with? What are you not willing to put up with? And that's with yourself as well. You know, like I said, a lot of these times, you know, narcissists is going to wear masks for the rest of their lives. Whoever they get around, they're going to put on a different mask and try to be this way with this person, and be this way, a different mask for this person, and a different mask for this person. You can actually be your real self. You don't have to wear a mask, especially with yourself. So take time to take off all those different masks that you had in order to even deal with these different narcissists in your life, and actually find out who your real self is. You can let down your guard again. Let down your guard with yourself. You know, you probably had your guards up. It was a coping mechanism. It was a way to, you know, protect yourself. Let down your guard with yourself. Be vulnerable with yourself, you know, so you can actually find out who you are. So you don't have to pretend in this matrix. So you can actually see things for what they are. and not, see them from an unhealed place, see them from oh, this person has potential place. Actually put that potential away and see them for who they really are. Thank those a-holes. You don't have to thank them personally. You don't have to call them. You don't have to deal with them, but you can thank them in your mind and in your spirit. Thank them for playing the part in helping you heal yourself. They played a role in your life. It might not have been a good role, but that's what life, and everybody's story. You're a different role. You played a different role. Sometimes you the devil in other people's lives. Sometimes you're the angel. So these narcissists, we know what they are. They came to kill, steal, and destroy, sent straight from the enemy. Thank them for playing that role. Now you're a better version of yourself. Now you can work on being your true self. Now you can work on actually what is self-love. So thank them. You can actually be authentic and surrender to your sweetness. You know that you're a sweet person. I know for a long time I was hiding it. I knew I was a sweetie pie. I knew that I didn't want anybody else to experience any hurt, any pain. Like I said, I tried my best to treat people kindly, and I tried to treat people with how I would want to be treated, and it was hard when dealing with the narcissist to continue to be kind, because it was like, oh man, if I show my kindness, they're going to take it as a weakness. So let me put my guard up. Let me not smile as much. Let me not be happy, because as soon as I'm happy, the narcissist is going to try to bring me down, want me to feel negative, want me to feel low, want me not to be as happy. So now you can actually enjoy your real self. Now you can actually be sweet to yourself. Now you can actually be kind to yourself. You can give yourself that grace and that mercy that you was given to other people. You can bring it on to yourself. So I'm glad that they discarded, me. Be glad that they discarded you. This is now where you can work on the best version of yourself, where you don't have to pretend anymore. You can actually be your real authentic self. Learn to appreciate your uniqueness and your flaws. So the narcissist, they're going to pinpoint everything that's wrong with you, every little nick and cranny and this and that. You're quirky, you're different, you're weird. Learn to love that stuff about yourself. Appreciate it. Appreciate that you ain't like everybody else. Appreciate that, you're different, because who wants to be like everybody else? If that was the case, we would all be walking around looking like everybody else. The world would be boring if everybody was the same. You couldn't put the puzzle together if everybody was the same dang puzzle piece. So learn to appreciate your uniqueness. Thank God they discarded you. Thank God they don't want you no more. Good. You can get away from the fake. Good. They didn't want you. Good. Let them go on to somebody else. You want you, though. Make sure that you want you. Okay, they don't want you. Make sure that you want yourself. Narc gave you the first-hand experience with dealing with people that's low vibrational, that is intentionally, going around hurting people, that is negative people. You have the first-hand experience on people that looks at the negativity in everything. They, their thought process is negative. They're wired differently than you. You guys were never going to be the same. You guys were never going to get on the same path. You guys were never going to go in the same direction, because they're wired different than you. Everything about them is negative. And, the only time they're happy is when they're getting over on people, or when they're doing good. Even in the, they can't see the sunshine after the rain. They can't see what's going to be positive that's going to come out of the situation dealing with you, because they already formed an opinion about you. They already thought that they knew you. They knew you like the back of their hand. They knew what moves you was going to make. They knew who you was going to be. You ain't nothing. They tried to make sure that you wasn't going to be nothing. You wasn't going to be able to move forward. Thank God that you got to see that firsthand, and that you don't want that. so that when you dealing with other people, you know, okay, they're displaying narcissistic tendencies. Even if they're not a narc, they still need to heal. Thank God you can, you'll be able to feel the same feelings that you felt when you were dealing with narcissists, so that you know to go the other way when you meet narcissists. You dealt with that firsthand, and being a person that has a good heart, now you're going to encounter more narcissists. Now you know what to do when you encounter more of them. And I just wanted to let you know that you are limitless. You are very powerful. You're very beautiful inside and out. And continue to keep moving forward. Continue to grow. Continue to keep healing. Continue to love yourself. Continue to figure out who you are. There's people who, say, oh, how do you defeat the narcissist? Continue to grow. Because the narcissists they're not growing. They could be grown people. They could be older in age. And they're still stuck in their unhealed version of whatever events happened to them when they were children. Children in adult bodies. And so you could thank God that you are learning about yourself. You had the strength to walk away from these people. You actually figured them out. Everybody else might believe that they're good people, but you actually know who these people are. You've seen it firsthand, and you know how it feels. You can overcome anything and everything. It took strength. It took courage. So, I just wanted to bring this message. Thank God that they discarded you. Don't sit around sad, depressed, trying to figure out what you did wrong. You didn't do nothing wrong besides not loving yourself enough to walk away sooner. Not having any boundaries. Things like that. And again, there was things in you that you needed to work on, that you needed to heal. So you don't have to live in regret. You can move forward knowing that you was in a situation with these people. You recognize that something wasn't right. You recognize that something went right within yourself. You work towards healing yourself and you move forward. And if you haven't and you're still going through this process, it's going to be okay. But you got to take that first step to move forward in the right direction for yourself. Minute by minute, if you can't see the bigger picture, go minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day. As long as you continue to move forward in the right direction for your life. Don't let these people destroy your life and destroy your strength, bring you down to their level, destroy, your creative abilities. Don't let them end your life. You'll be walking around here dead while still living. They didn't like that you had confidence. They didn't like that you still had hope for a better tomorrow, for a brighter future. Those relationships have ended. Don't allow your mind to keep going back to what shoulda, coulda, woulda. Continue to move forward. Those relationships is over and dead. And like I said, if they're not, continue to move forward and get out of there. Get away from them so that you can heal yourself, so that you can take your power back. The time is now. This is a great time for us to work on ourselves. And people will say it's easier said than done. Yeah, that's true. But that's why you take it step by step, day by day, minute by minute, hour by hour if you need to. As long as you consistently keep moving forward in the right direction that you would like to see your life going. The time is now. So again, thank God they discarded you, boo. They wasn't good for you anyway. Thank God, boo, they discarded you. So again, I'm just bringing these healing messages. I want everybody to stay encouraged. Keep moving forward. Keep being the best version of yourselves. That's how you get revenge on these narcissists. By loving yourself, by healing yourself, by showing strength to yourself, because you don't have nothing to prove to nobody else. All right? So thank y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye.